Hello world, and welcome to Emerging Sounds, the show that focuses on artists and how life challenges motivates them in their artistry. I'm your host, Brandon Lee Ward. And on today's show, I will sit down with Mr. Everett Drake and find out more about his musical influences and challenges with being an artist. So don't go away.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
From singing with such names as Dr. Bobby Jones and appearing on numerous television shows, such as The Tonight Show with Jay Leno and The Arsenio Hall Show, he's a force to be reckoned with. Give it up for Everett Drake. How you doing, sir, Mr. Drake?
Man, it's a pleasure to be here with you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Now, I did my research on you, sir, and I see that you did gospel music and used to do country music. So can you give us an example of the similarities or your personal experience with that?
Well, really, to be honest with you, I had no idea how similar the two music were. I went to work early on in life with country music stars, doing a lot of background vocals sessions, and had an opportunity to go on the road traveling with a young lady by the name of Donna Fargo, the happiest girl in the whole USA. And it was at that time that I learned that a lot of the songs were similar in the fact that they tell stories. And our music tells stories. And I didn't have an appreciation for the music, but I do now because it was a learning experience, an educational experience. And to be able to watch a master at work and see them make the lyric come to life every night, night after night, show after show, gave me another appreciation for what they do. So it's a lot of similarities, but I would think the main similarity would be the fact that it's built on storytelling.
Yeah. Now, singing with the Johnson Ensemble, how did that affect your music, gospel music today?
Man, that was the beginning. I started as a teenager singing with James Stewart Johnson here in Nashville, Tennessee, of the Johnson Ensemble. And we were going all over America singing, had a song called The Harvest is Plentiful, but the Laborers are Few. And it went to #2 on Billboard, stayed for 150-something weeks.
Ooh-wee.
And it was, just a blessing. We were all teenagers, didn't know what we were doing, but having a good time, praising God. But it was, those were the years that formed us. Helped us to become who we were and gave us an opportunity, not knowing what was ahead, what God had in store. Had no idea that I'd go on to work in country music, but, it was just a blessing. But the Johnson Ensemble played a great part in my life. It gave me a chance to sing, and I was coming from working with my church family and the choirs at the church and learning how to hear harmonies, sing all parts and that kind of thing. So that it played a great role in my formative years.
Okay. Now, at what area in your life did you link up with Dr. Bobby Jones? And how did he influence the way you view the industry?
Well, Dr. Jones, I've known him since I was 14. And that was long before the ambassador, Dr. Bobby Jones, that we know today. He was traveling around Nashville, as we were, with a group called the Royal Gospel Singers. It was 4 guys. And we would trade off anniversary programs and do programs around the city together. Well, as years would pass on, as I told you, I went to work in country music, but all of my friends were working with him. They were either playing or singing with him. And when I would come off the road, I would go to the studio to watch them tape their shows and hang out with them. Because I just believe you can't always ask people to come see what you're doing and not be willing to support them and what they're doing.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I would go and hang out with them, and one day he asked me, he said, "Why haven't you ever come and sang with me?" And I said, "Well, Dr. Jones, I just didn't think you would allow someone to walk in and out of a television show. You know, I would be glad to sing with you." He said, "Listen, boy, I've been knowing you all your life, and this is my show. And if I say you can come sing, you can come sing anytime. So anytime that you're at home in Nashville, you're always welcome to come and sing with Bobby Jones." And I have to say, he's been a man of his word. He's given me some wonderful opportunities. Sometimes I was gone 6 months, a year and a half, 3 years, because I had continued to tour with country music, went on to work with Lyle Lovett and his large band for many years. But I would always try to keep communication open. Send him a card, let him know that I was doing videos or doing different things, these late night television shows that you talked about.
Yeah.
And what being with Bobby Jones and Bobby Jones Gospel had taught me that I was able to use in what I was doing now. So it's been a major blessing. Needless to say, we probably wouldn't be sitting talking today had it not for Bobby Jones Gospel. That is what has given me the opportunity and the platform to sing gospel music and to travel and make a living as a singer and ministering the gospel throughout the nation. I've been in a couple of plays because of my experiences on television, and the music God has entrusted to me to deliver has been all catapulted through that platform of Bobby Jones Gospel.
Now, you said a key thing, communication. And I personally believe communication is the best platform for any relationship.
Absolutely.
So, in the music industry, what has been the most hardest time or the biggest challenge you had to face?
Well, you know, with any passion, there are great times, and then there are low times. And if you're not passionate about what you're doing, you can be sidetracked. And I guess some of the low times would be loss of loved ones. At this point, my immediate family is deceased. I was the baby of the family. And they saw me through all those hardships and hard times. And being able to focus on my career and what I was doing gave me a positive outlook and a positive experience to channel my energies and my efforts into where I could have been lost, you know, and caught up in my sorrows and my losses. But I thank God I was able to channel those energies into something positive that gave me an opportunity to keep moving. Because so many times we get stagnant and caught in a certain place and never get to move from that place, and we get left behind.
Yeah, you didn't give yourself a pity party. You got up and you
Absolutely.
dust your feet off and kept moving.
Yes, and so I would think that those times were probably the roughest times for me. Had really nothing to do with times in music, but if anything, the music helped me through my times.
Oh yeah,
You know,
right.
and gave me some wonderful outlets and other things to think about and keep my mind focused, because we can get lost.
Now, speaking of music, what is something that you would like for your people, your audience members, to, in 30 seconds, just let us know what is something that you would like to let them know about you? And
Well, first of all, I want you to know that I love God and I love God's people, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that I've been afforded. No goodness of my own, it's just Jesus. And I'd like to say to any inspired artists, some people call them indie artists, independent artists, I admonish you to follow your dreams. That's my speech in this season of my life. Never give up on your dreams. Had I given up on my dreams, none of this would be happening. And I just invite you to always pray and continue to pray. And in God's time, things will happen for you. Not in your time, but in God's time. Amen. And then practice your craft so that when God gets ready to move, you'll be ready to move.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
And the third thing I'd like to say, and I always close this speech with this, associate yourself with people who are doing what you want to do. That's how I got started going to the recording sessions. My friends were doing sessions. I wasn't working. I wasn't making any money. But I went so that I'd know what to do when given an opportunity. And one day, the producer wanted a bigger sound. And I happened to be there. He said, can he sing? Bring him in here and let him sing. And that started something. They began to get more work than they could handle. They started passing work off to me, and I started hiring people to go with me. And that's what I always want people to remember.
Yeah, that's a major blessing. So, and I appreciate you coming out,
Man,
Mr. Everett Drake.
Bless you.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
And you be blessed.
Oh yeah, we'll do. We'll do.
Yes, sir.
He
Thank you
blessed
so
me, so
much.
I'm gonna bless them. Amen.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now we'll be right back.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning, sun straight shining, melanin popping. I thank the Lord for another day and every blessing He keep on dropping. You are the Lord of Lords, and you are my Abba Father. I just want to say that I love you more than anything. I lift my hands. I lift my hands and take it away. Oh God, anything unlike you, move it out. No matter what it is, we wanna be like you. No matter what it is, we wanna be like you. We wanna do what you say. Come on and send the rain. Cleanse me again with your holy rain. So I kept the faith, kept on believing. Cause I know Jesus was down when no one else was. I gotta keep on moving even when the times get hard and the road gets rough. I know a man, and his name is Jesus. I know he's a friend, and I know he'll turn things around too. When it's for real, it's forever, no matter what they may say. Tell the devil he'll lie, cause he just trying to steal your shine. Tell the devil you down with the Prince of Peace, so yes, he's yours. He's the MVP, his name is G.O.D. All I'm gonna do is just praise you. Praise you. Lift your...
I know we've got a lot going on in the world today. We look at the television and so much going on, disasters on every hand. People are just dying every day. We've got wars, we've got floods, wildfires, just everything is going on. But be encouraged. In a mansion made of stone, in a shanty, you may be all alone. God cares. He cares for you, whatever you may be going through. Just remember, whether black or white, all are precious in His sight. God cares. Oh, I know my God, He really cares for you. Oh, yes, He does. You know, we're all going through something each and every day of our lives. To the rich or poor, to the one in need, to the beggar man, or even to the thief, God cares. Oh, I know my God cares. He really cares for you. Oh, yes, He does. Oh.
I can't change, even if I try, even if I wanted to.
Work is pointless without reason. Oftentimes, we do things that we were not created to do in response to us being fearful. Listen, fear can enable us not to live our best life. Now, when fear approaches your life, listen, just please understand that there's always someone that has your back. And as you continue to live your life fearless, just remember, believe in yourself, even if no one else does. I'm Brandon Ward, and this is Emerging Sounds.